Hey folks, Dude here, coming at you on Tuesday, July 7th. Well, I guess this might just be kind of a knife thing, it's a knife thing update, okay? I'll just make it quick and dirty here. Um, I let you guys know that I was going to make, my Swiss champ, not my standard carry anymore. I was going to try to use the fireman more, and this one being an older fireman, so it doesn't have the one-handed opening. We basically have the later iterations has the blade with like a little hump on it and a little Spyderco style thumb opening hole so you can like flick it open one-handed. Um, this one rides in the pocket very, very nicely. Only downside is there's a couple tools that are not on board, and I kind of try to adjunct it a little bit with this guy being a what is this guy? It's not a camper. I forget which one it was. But literally between the two of these, they ride really, really flat in the pocket. I mean, case in point, side by side. I mean, you guys can see kind of a height difference. All right, let's just do it technically here. Basically, these two guys side by side versus this guy side by side. You can see there's, well, half again as much on this, if not almost twice as much. So literally these two guys stacked up in a front pocket of your pants. This one, of course, being on the bottom. This one, of course, being on the top. For a standard carry, it's pretty close. So there's a couple tools that are missing. And, if I was really go, hardcore, roughing it, what have you, I'd want to have one of these guys. I mean, obviously, case in point, you have the magnifying glass. Not the best thing on planet Earth for starting a fire, but it's something. You don't really have the pliers. Well, if you're in a vehicle, hopefully you got a toolkit, okay? If you got a car, put some kind of toolkit in there. I've always got at least, it's probably a gas tax a little bit, but every 100 pounds you throw on your car, you can lose some gas mileage. But I've always got some tow chains on board. Always. I've always got some kind of recovery stuff on board. Always. I've always got what's referred to in the business as a cycle strap. That is literally what's referred to in the business as a small ratchet strap. You'll see them in auto parts stores or Walmart or Target or something along those lines. And literally what it is, it's a piece of nylon strap with two little hooks on the end, reed metal hooks, and a steel ratchet device. Now you ask yourself, dude, why would you have one of those things in an SUV? Well, it's an SUV, okay? Basically what you have is it's referred to as a two-box car. A standard sedan is a three-box car. Literally, you have a box in the front. That's your engine compartment. You have a box in the middle. That's the bigger box. That's the passenger compartment. You have a box on the back. That would be your trunk. So it's a three-box car. Now, an SUV is a two-box car. You have the engine compartment, and you have the big passenger compartment with no trunk. Now, I can tell you from my 20-plus years of towing experience, whenever you have something in the back of a vehicle and it comes to a sudden stop, you stopped. The stuff inside didn't. So all that stuff is rampaging around and rummaging and falling all over and landing on the passengers and doing all kinds of potential damage. I don't want that, okay? That's why I have a cycle strap on board, or a ratchet strap. I have a cycle strap on board because in the back of my Honda CR-V is tie-downs. There's four little steel eyelets that basically stick up through the rubber, plastic, call it what you will. Basically, the pan is what I think they jokingly refer to it as the pan, but literally it is a big plastic pan. Pretty much has holes through it that you can stick things through and tie down. Have the nets and all the rest of the good stuff. But the cycle strap, essentially, you tie it in, you lock it down, and whatever's in the back is now strapped in place. It's not rattling around, it's not banging all around, it's not going to have a potential to come flying over the seat and do damage to anybody in the front in the two-box vehicle. Now, I know I'm going a little bit roundy around here, but in terms of knives, in terms of carry, there's a big difference between carrying a big honking Swiss Army knife and a flatter Swiss Army knife. I'm going to break up on this one, folks. Potentially you guys could see some logic in this one. And, of course, I went a little bit roundy round with talking about, strapping down stuff in vehicles. But a smaller knife sometimes is, well, it's better than a bigger knife. The bigger knife has more tools and stuff, but sometimes just for sheer practicality, sometimes the smaller knife is just an easier carry. And yes, I do carry this one sometimes. And yes, I do carry this, smaller even than that one sometimes because it's got most of the tools. It doesn't have a saw, but I figure if I'm just out and around, Probably am snipping threads and doing some other various things where a knife and a corkscrew comes in handy, but I don't need to have, the full... I probably should just carry them all. I'm going to break up with this one, folks. Eat good, keep the 10 ring as always. Always, you know it, you love it. Knife update goodness. See you guys.